Okay, welcome Kalamalka fly fishers. Today we are going to tie this little caddis fly here. Nothing too fancy, pretty simple. So we got a size 12 hook. Now what I've done ahead of time is I've taken this feathers, a pheasant, not a pheasant tail, it was part of a pheasant feather anyways. So I've taken some glue and I've put some super glue on that part. This is not. This, you can see it's fairly stiff. That's going to be our wings. So we can start with the thread. This is a size 12 hook, a dry fly hook. Okay, put the thread on there. Like that. Okay, then I'm going to take my rib. This is an extra small oval tinsel silver. I'm going to wrap it down to the bend. Out of the way. Then I'm going to come back a little bit to the center or so. Then I'm going to tie on my hackle. It's a fairly small hackle. Okay. I'm just going to pull these out, clean off the end a bit here. I'm going to tie it on with the shiny side up. You see the difference? It's kind of concave on that side. And I'm going to tie it on here. Right to the back. Like that. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is put some dubbing on here. Now the dubbing I'm using is, you don't need very much. This is a underfur from deer hair. When you comb out the deer hair, that's where I get this nice and soft. It's a nice tan color. I'm just going to put that on the thread. Wrap it around. Make sure it's nice and tidy. If you don't get enough on there, it's easy to put on a little bit more. I don't want to go up too much farther. I just want a couple more wraps to about there. So a little more than halfway. Then I'm going to take my hackle, put my hackle pliers on it. Okay, I'm going to wrap it forward, fairly close together. Right to where the dubbing stops there, and tie that off there. Okay, get a couple of good wraps on there. Okay, I'm going to let that hang there, okay, just for now. Now I'm going to take my rib and I'm going to counter wind it. And just wiggle it back and forth like we usually do. I'm going to put the hackle pliers on this because this stuff falls apart if you handle it too much. So just kind of move it back and forth. That'll try not to trap too many of those fibers. I'm probably going to trap some. Okay, like that. I can tie it off there. Work your way back. There. Then we can trim this guy off. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to take my feathers here and I'm going to just cut this one section off here. Hope you can see that. So it's just like that. See, it's all glued together. And we can put it right on top. Like that. And if you can, lift the butts up. So it's a little bit short, but get a few wraps in there. Like that. Okay. Then I'm taking scissors. I'm just going to trim this off. And tidy that up. Make sure you don't have anything covering the eye. Like that. You might even take a couple more further towards the back. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit more dubbing where it went there. Okay, don't need very much here. This just to cover the thread and the butts of the wing where we tied it on. Sweat your fingers and spin on it. It's pretty good. And just wind it on there like that, not too close to the eye. Then I'm going to take my hackle. Oops, it broke off. Oh darn. So it broke off, so I'm going to tie it back on again. I'm going to run this in there like that. And cheat a little bit there. Get him back on. Oh, that's not too bad. Now, I'm going to wrap it around. These little feathers are sometimes pretty fragile, as you've noticed. So I'm just going to put the hackle on like that. Don't get too close to the eye. And tie it off to there. Oh, broke off again. That's all right. Okay, just got a little head here. Maybe do one more. So I didn't do a great job on that one, but that's basically the way. Now you can trim up any little guys you don't want on there too close to the eye. Make sure your eye is free from any dubbing or anything. Okay, now we just take a little bit of head cement and we can put it on the thread there. Even if you go right into the hackle, it's good too. There we go. And that's it. That's a caddisfly. Now there's a lot of different patterns you can use that are similar, and they vary a lot. You can change the colors, darker a little bit. Okay, hope that works out for you guys. Catch you next time.